There was a time in your life when the world felt full of endless possibilities, when your imagination ran wild and your dreams felt tangible and achievable. This wasn't just a fleeting phase, it was a window into the most authentic version of yourself, a reflection of who you truly were before the world started imposing its expectations. As children, we dream freely and boldly, unhindered by fear or doubt. We imagine ourselves as adventurers, creators, and change makers, believing wholeheartedly in our capacity to be extraordinary. These early dreams weren't random, they were expressions of our essence, our passions, and our unique sense of purpose. As life progresses, it's easy to lose sight of those dreams. The demands of growing up, the pressures of society, and the influence of others start to shape us, often in ways that pull us away from our core selves. The dreams we once held so close begin to feel distant, and for many of us, they are dismissed as childish fantasies or replaced with more practical goals. But what if those early aspirations weren't just a reflection of childhood whimsy? What if they were a glimpse into what truly fulfills and inspires you, a roadmap to the person you were meant to be? To reconnect with those dreams, you must first give yourself permission to explore them. This means setting aside judgment and looking inward with curiosity and openness. It's not about criticizing yourself for drifting away from your younger self, but about rediscovering what once lit up your soul. Take a moment to reflect on who you were before the world told you who to be. Think back to a time when your imagination was your guide and your heart led the way. What did you dream about? What made you feel alive? Who did you imagine becoming? These questions aren't just nostalgic musings, they are keys to unlocking your authentic self. Sometimes the answers come easily, a vivid memory of wanting to paint, write, or build things. Other times they're buried beneath years of neglect or suppression. Life can be overwhelming, and it's natural to push aside these parts of ourselves in favor of meeting immediate needs or living up to societal expectations. But just because those dreams have been quieted doesn't mean they've disappeared. They are still there, waiting for you to acknowledge them, to nurture them, and to believe in them once again. This process requires more than reflection, it demands action. Begin by engaging in the activities that once brought you joy, even in small ways. If you loved creating, pick up a pencil, a paintbrush, or an instrument. If you dreamed of exploring the world, start by rediscovering your local surroundings with fresh eyes. If you imagined yourself making a difference, look for small ways to contribute to your community or to causes you care about. These simple steps may seem insignificant at first, but they have the power to reignite your passions and remind you of who you were before life's complications took center stage. Reconnecting with your inner child is not about escaping reality or regressing into a simpler time. It's about integrating those pure, unfiltered aspirations into the person you are today. Your childhood dreams don't have to remain in the past. They can evolve alongside you, adapting to your experiences and circumstances while remaining rooted in your authentic self. This evolution allows you to carry forward the essence of who you've always been, even as you grow and change. This journey isn't always easy. Along the way, you may encounter resistance from yourself and others. The voice in your head might say it's too late or I'm not that person anymore. Society may question your choices, urging you to stay on the path of conformity and predictability. But the truth is, it's never too late to reconnect with your dreams. Time and age do not diminish the value of your passions, they enhance them, giving you the wisdom and perspective to pursue them with greater depth and understanding. It's also important to recognize that the process of reconnecting with your inner child is deeply personal. There's no right or wrong way to do it, and it doesn't have to look like anyone else's journey. For some, it might mean rediscovering a specific talent or interest. For others, it could involve embracing a broader sense of curiosity and playfulness that had been forgotten. Whatever form it takes, the key is to approach it with patience, kindness, and a willingness to embrace imperfection. One of the most profound aspects of this process is the way it shifts your perspective. As you reconnect with your dreams, you'll begin to see yourself and your life in a new light. You'll start to recognize the threads of purpose and passion that have been woven into your journey, even if you didn't realize it at the time. You may find that the skills you've developed and the challenges you've overcome have prepared you to pursue your dreams in ways you couldn't have imagined before. This realization can be both empowering and humbling. It reminds you that the person you wanted to be is not a distant or unattainable ideal. It's a part of you that has always been present, waiting for you to remember. It's a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the enduring power of hope. Reconnecting with your inner child is a gift not just to yourself but to the world. When you embrace who you truly are, you inspire others to do the same. You create a ripple effect of authenticity, courage, and joy that has the potential to transform not only your life but also the lives of those around you. So take the time to listen to that quiet, persistent voice within you. Give yourself permission to dream again, to imagine what's possible, and to pursue the life that feels true to you. Remember who you were before the world told you who to be, and let that memory guide you back to the person you've always wanted to become. The world we live in is loud, filled with endless opinions, societal expectations, and the constant hum of comparison. This noise has a way of drowning out the whispers of our true selves, making it difficult to hear the voice that tells us who we are and who we want to be. Quieting this noise is essential if we are to rediscover and pursue the dreams that once felt so clear. But it's not just about turning down the volume, it's about intentionally creating a space where you can reconnect with your essence, free from the distractions that cloud your vision. The first step is recognizing the sources of this noise. It comes from all directions: social media feeds filled with curated perfection, the well-meaning advice of family and friends who may not fully understand your dreams, and even the internal dialogue shaped by years of self-doubt and fear. These influences don't just distract us, they shape how we see ourselves and what we believe is possible. Over time, they create a mental clutter that makes it nearly impossible to focus on what truly matters. To quiet the noise, you must start by limiting your exposure to it. This doesn't mean shutting out the world entirely, but rather being selective about the voices you allow into your life. Take a break from social media or unfollow accounts that make you feel inadequate. Surround yourself with people who uplift and encourage you rather than those who impose their own fears and limitations on your aspirations. Be mindful of the content you consume, choosing stories and messages that inspire you instead of reinforcing negativity or self-doubt. The next step is turning inward. In a world that constantly demands our attention, it can feel almost unnatural to sit in silence with your thoughts. But this is where the magic happens. Create moments of stillness in your day, whether through meditation, journaling, or simply sitting quietly with your thoughts. These practices are not just about relaxation, they are about making space for your inner voice to emerge. When you strip away the noise, you begin to hear the whispers of your soul, the dreams you've buried, the passions you've neglected, and the truths you've ignored. As you listen to this inner voice, you may find that it is timid at first. Years of suppressing your desires can make it feel unfamiliar, almost like meeting a stranger. Be patient. Give yourself the grace to reconnect with this part of yourself without judgment or urgency. The more you listen, the louder and clearer this voice will become. It is not here to criticize or overwhelm you. It is here to guide you back to the person you were always meant to be. Silencing external noise also means addressing the inner critic, the voice in your head that tells you you're not good enough, smart enough, or capable enough. This critic is often the loudest noise of all, and it can be relentless in its attempts to keep you small and safe. To quiet this voice, you must challenge it. When it tells you that you'll fail, ask, "What if I succeed?" When it says you're too old or it's too late, remind yourself that dreams don't come with an expiration date. The more you question your inner critic, the weaker its hold becomes, and the more room you create for self-compassion and possibility. Another important aspect of quieting the noise is embracing solitude. In solitude, you are free from the pressures of performance and comparison. You can simply be without the need to prove yourself to anyone. This is where you can reconnect with the pure, unfiltered version of yourself, the one that existed before the world told you who to be. Solitude allows you to explore your thoughts, dreams, and desires without interference. It is not loneliness, it is a powerful tool for self-discovery. As you cultivate this quiet space, you may start to notice a shift in how you perceive yourself and your dreams. The doubts and fears that once felt so overwhelming begin to fade, replaced by a sense of clarity and purpose. You start to see your dreams not as impossible fantasies, but as real, tangible possibilities. You realize that the only limits are the ones you've allowed to exist, and you begin to believe in your ability to overcome them. Quieting the noise also means learning to trust yourself. In a world that constantly tells you to look outward for validation and approval, this can feel like an act of rebellion. But the truth is, no one knows your dreams, your passions, or your potential better than you do. Trusting yourself means believing in your capacity to make decisions, take risks, and pursue what matters to you, even if it doesn't make sense to anyone else. This process is not always easy. There will be moments of doubt, discomfort, and even resistance. But every step you take toward quieting the noise is a step closer to your true self. It is an act of courage and self-love, a declaration that your dreams and your voice are worth listening to. In the stillness, you will find the clarity you need to move forward. You will remember the person you wanted to be before the noise took over. And as you reconnect with that vision, you will find the strength to pursue it with unwavering determination. The world will always be loud, but when you learn to quiet the noise, you create a space where your dreams can thrive. You reclaim your power, your purpose, and your potential, and you take the first step toward becoming the person you were always meant to be. Reflecting on your core values is an essential step toward rediscovering who you truly are. Values are the compass that guide your decisions, shape your behavior, and define your identity. They are not just abstract concepts, they are the essence of what matters most to you, deeply ingrained principles that give meaning to your life. Yet, in the hustle and bustle of daily life, it's easy to lose touch with these values or allow them to become overshadowed by external influences. Taking the time to reconnect with them can provide clarity, direction, and a renewed sense of purpose. To understand your core values, you must first strip away the layers of societal expectations and external pressures that have accumulated over time. From a young age, we are influenced by the people around us, parents, teachers, peers, and even the media. These influences often shape our beliefs and priorities, sometimes to the extent that we lose sight of what truly resonates with us on a personal level. Reconnecting with your values means asking yourself what you genuinely believe in, independent of what others have told you to value. This process requires honesty and introspection. It's not about choosing values that sound admirable or aligning yourself with what is popular or socially accepted. It's about uncovering the principles that make you feel alive, authentic, and aligned with your inner self. What drives you? What gives you a sense of fulfillment? What are the non-negotiables in your life, the things you refuse to compromise, no matter the circumstances? These are the questions that help reveal your core values. As you reflect, you may find that some values have been consistent throughout your life, while others have evolved or changed. For instance, the importance of family, creativity, or integrity might have been evident in your earliest memories, whereas values like resilience or personal growth may have emerged as a result of life experiences. Both types of values are valid and significant, and acknowledging their evolution can provide valuable insights into your journey. Once you've identified your values, the next step is to assess whether your life is aligned with them. This can be a challenging exercise, as it often reveals areas where there is a disconnect between what you believe and how you live. For example, if you value health but rarely prioritize exercise or proper nutrition, or if you value connection but allow work to consume all your time, it's a sign that your actions and values are out of sync. Recognizing these gaps is not about judging yourself harshly, but about creating an opportunity for realignment. Realigning with your values often involves making deliberate choices and changes. This could mean setting boundaries to protect what matters most, letting go of commitments or habits that don't serve your values, or even reimagining your career, relationships, or lifestyle. While these changes can feel daunting, they are ultimately liberating. Living in alignment with your values brings a sense of coherence and authenticity to your life that is deeply rewarding. Core values also serve as a powerful decision-making tool. In moments of uncertainty or doubt, they act as a guiding light, helping you navigate challenges and make choices that are true to yourself. When faced with a difficult decision, ask yourself which option aligns most closely with your values. This approach not only simplifies the decision-making process, but also ensures that your actions reflect who you truly are. Reconnecting with your core values can also have a profound impact on your relationships. When you live authentically, you attract people who share or respect your values, creating deeper, more meaningful connections. Conversely, it can help you recognize relationships that may be misaligned with your principles, giving you the clarity to address those dynamics constructively. In addition to influencing your decisions and relationships, your values provide a foundation for resilience and motivation. When life becomes challenging, reconnecting with what matters most to you can offer strength and clarity. Your values remind you of your why, the reasons behind your actions and aspirations. This sense of purpose can help you persevere through obstacles and maintain focus on your goals, even when the journey is difficult. Reaffirming your values is not a one-time exercise, but an ongoing process. Life is dynamic, and so are your values. As you grow and evolve, new experiences may shift your perspective, introducing new principles or reshaping existing ones. Regular reflection allows you to stay connected to your true self and adapt your life to reflect the person you are becoming. This journey of aligning with your values is deeply personal, and there is no right or wrong way to approach it. Some people find it helpful to write their values down, creating a list that serves as a tangible reminder of their priorities. Others prefer to reflect through meditation, conversations with trusted friends, or simply observing how their actions align with their beliefs. The method you choose is less important than the commitment to stay connected to what truly matters. When you live according to your values, you experience a sense of harmony and fulfillment that cannot be achieved by following someone else's script. Your life feels more meaningful because it is a true reflection of who you are. You become more confident in your choices, more authentic in your relationships, and more resilient in the face of challenges. Reconnecting with your core values is not about striving for perfection, it's about striving for alignment. It's about honoring the principles that define you and allowing them to guide your actions, decisions, and dreams. By doing so, you create a life that is not only successful by external standards, but also deeply satisfying and true to yourself. In the end, your values are the foundation upon which you build the life you were meant to live, a life that reflects the person you've always wanted to be. Your past holds incredible power, not because it defines you, but because it contains the lessons and experiences that have shaped who you are today. Embracing your past is not about reliving it or dwelling on regrets, it's about seeing it as a vital part of your story. Each triumph and failure, every moment of joy and pain, has brought you to this point. By accepting your past, you reclaim your narrative and find the strength to move forward with clarity and purpose. Many people struggle to embrace their past because it is often accompanied by feelings of shame, guilt, or regret. These emotions can be overwhelming, making it easier to bury memories rather than face them. However, suppressing your past does not erase its impact. Instead, it lingers beneath the surface, influencing your decisions, relationships, and sense of self. Embracing your past is an act of courage, requiring you to confront these emotions with compassion and understanding. One of the first steps in this process is reframing how you view your past. Rather than seeing mistakes as failures, recognize them as opportunities for growth. Every misstep has taught you something valuable, whether it's resilience, humility, or the importance of listening to your intuition. These lessons are gifts that guide you toward a more authentic and purposeful life. When you choose to see your past through this lens, it becomes a source of wisdom rather than a weight holding you back. Your past also holds the keys to understanding your patterns and behaviors. Reflecting on past experiences can reveal why you make certain choices or react in specific ways. This self-awareness is a powerful tool for change. For example, if you notice a pattern of avoiding challenges because of a fear of failure rooted in a past experience, you can begin to address that fear and rewrite the narrative. By embracing your past, you gain the insight needed to break free from limiting beliefs and behaviors that no longer serve you. Another essential aspect of embracing your past is forgiving yourself and others. Forgiveness does not mean condoning harmful actions or forgetting painful experiences. Instead, it is about releasing the hold these events have on you. Holding on to anger or resentment only deepens the wounds of the past. Forgiving yourself for mistakes allows you to let go of self-criticism and move forward with greater compassion for yourself. Forgiving others frees you from the burden of carrying their actions in your heart, allowing you to focus on your own growth and healing. Embracing your past also involves celebrating your journey. It's easy to overlook the progress you've made, especially when the focus is often on what went wrong or what could have been different. Take a moment to acknowledge the challenges you've overcome, the lessons you've learned, and the person you've become. Your past is a testament to your resilience and strength, evidence that you have faced adversity and emerged stronger. By celebrating your journey, you honor the growth that has come from even the most difficult experiences. Your past does not exist in isolation. It is intertwined with the present and the future. The choices you make today are influenced by your past, and they shape the person you are becoming. Embracing your past allows you to take ownership of your story, giving you the power to write the next chapter with intention and authenticity. Rather than being a passive participant in your life, you become an active creator, using the wisdom of your past to guide your future. There will be moments when the weight of your past feels heavy, when old wounds resurface or doubts creep in. In these moments, remind yourself that your past is only a part of who you are, not the entirety of your identity. You are not defined by your mistakes or by the hardships you've endured. You are defined by how you choose to move forward, by the courage you show in embracing your story, and the determination you bring to creating a life that reflects your values and dreams. By embracing your past, you also open the door to deeper connections with others. Sharing your story, the victories and the struggles, allows you to relate to others on a profound level. It reminds you that you are not alone, that everyone has their own journey filled with highs and lows. Vulnerability fosters empathy, understanding, and connection, creating bonds that enrich your life and the lives of those around you. This process of embracing your past is not a one-time event. It is a continuous journey. As you grow and evolve, you may revisit certain experiences with new perspectives and insights. What once seemed like a failure may later reveal itself as a turning point. What once felt like pain may eventually transform into a source of strength. Each time you reflect on your past, you uncover new layers of meaning, deepening your understanding of yourself and your path. The past is unchangeable, but its power lies in what you choose to do with it. You can allow it to hold you back, or you can use it as a foundation for growth and transformation. Embracing your past means accepting it for what it is: not perfect, not always easy, but uniquely yours. It is the starting point from which you build the life you desire, the lens through which you find clarity and purpose. As you move forward, let your past be a source of inspiration rather than limitation. Remember that every experience, no matter how challenging, has contributed to the person you are today. Embrace it with grace and gratitude, knowing that it has equipped you with the tools to create a future filled with possibility. Your past is not your enemy. It is a companion on your journey, one that reminds you of your strength, resilience, and the incredible potential that lies ahead. Rediscovering your passions is a deeply personal and transformative journey. Passions are the fire that fuels your soul, the activities and pursuits that make you lose track of time and fill you with a profound sense of joy and fulfillment. Yet, life has a way of dimming this flame. Responsibilities, routines, and external expectations can push passions aside, leaving them buried under layers of practicality and obligation. To reconnect with these passions is to reconnect with a vital part of yourself, awakening a sense of purpose and vitality that can transform your life. To rediscover your passions, you must first listen to the whispers of your heart. This requires quieting the noise of the world around you, the demands of work, the opinions of others, and the distractions of modern life, and tuning into your inner voice. It involves asking yourself what activities or experiences ignite a sense of excitement, curiosity, or peace within you. What did you love to do as a child before you learned to prioritize what was productive or acceptable? Often, the things that brought you the most joy in your youth are clues to your deepest passions, waiting to be rekindled. The process of uncovering your passions also calls for experimentation and exploration. Sometimes we lose touch with what excites us because we stop trying new things or revisiting old pursuits. You may need to step out of your comfort zone, take risks, and allow yourself to be a beginner again. This might mean picking up a paintbrush after years of not creating art, signing up for a dance class even if you feel awkward, or revisiting hobbies that once brought you happiness but fell by the wayside. Through trial and error, you may discover or rediscover what makes your heart soar. It is essential to approach this journey with an open mind and a spirit of curiosity. Passions are not always grand or obvious. Sometimes they are found in the small, quiet moments of life. You might find joy in gardening, in writing a journal, in connecting with others, or in a particular kind of work that allows you to contribute to the world in a meaningful way. Rediscovering your passions is not about finding something that impresses others or meets societal standards of success. It is about finding what resonates with you, what feels authentic and fulfilling. As you reconnect with your passions, it's important to recognize and challenge the barriers that may have kept you from them in the first place. Fear of failure, self-doubt, and the belief that pursuing your passions is selfish are common obstacles. These limiting beliefs can stifle your willingness to embrace what you love. To overcome them, remind yourself that pursuing your passions is not only a gift to yourself but also to those around you. When you are passionate and fulfilled, you radiate positivity and inspiration, uplifting those who share your life. Time is another common barrier to rediscovering passions, especially in a world that often demands more than it gives. Many people feel that they are too busy to pursue what they love, but it's worth examining how you spend your time and whether your current commitments align with your values and desires. Even small adjustments, setting aside an hour a week, waking up a little earlier, or saying no to unnecessary obligations can create space for your passions. It's not about finding time, but making time for what matters most. It's also crucial to let go of the idea that you need to be perfect or achieve mastery in your passions for them to be worthwhile. The joy of pursuing what you love lies in the experience itself, not in the outcome. When you allow yourself to engage in your passions without judgment or the pressure to perform, you give yourself permission to simply be, to savor the moment, and to grow naturally in your abilities. This freedom creates a deeper connection to your passions and allows them to flourish. Rediscovering your passions often requires self-compassion and patience. It's a process that unfolds over time, and it may involve moments of doubt or frustration. You may question whether your passions are worth it or whether you are too late to start again. During these moments, remind yourself that it is never too late to pursue what brings you joy. Your passions are a reflection of your essence, and they deserve to be nurtured, no matter where you are in life. As you embrace your passions, you may also notice that they intersect with other areas of your life, enhancing your relationships, work, and overall well-being. Passion is contagious. When you are engaged in what you love, it inspires those around you and fosters deeper connections. In your work, pursuing your passions can infuse your efforts with creativity, energy, and a sense of purpose. Passion is a powerful motivator, driving you to achieve goals and overcome challenges with determination and enthusiasm. The act of rediscovering your passions is a journey of self-reclamation. It is about honoring the parts of yourself that may have been neglected or suppressed and giving them the freedom to thrive. It's about recognizing that your passions are not frivolous or secondary, but central to living a fulfilling and meaningful life. By reconnecting with what makes you feel alive, you not only enhance your own existence, but also contribute to a world that thrives on the energy and creativity of passionate individuals. This journey requires courage, introspection, and a willingness to prioritize your well-being. It is not always easy, but the rewards are immeasurable. Your passions are the threads that weave together the fabric of your life, creating a tapestry that is uniquely yours. By embracing them, you reclaim your authenticity, reignite your joy, and remind yourself of who you were always meant to be. Letting go of external validation is a liberating and transformative act that allows you to live authentically and unapologetically. Many of us are conditioned from a young age to seek approval from others, to measure our worth through their opinions, and to conform to expectations that may not align with our true selves. This pursuit of validation becomes a habit, a lens through which we view our achievements, decisions, and even our identities. Over time, it can feel as though our lives are not our own, but shaped by the need to please others and fit into molds they create. Breaking free from this cycle is one of the most empowering things you can do, and it starts with reclaiming your sense of self-worth. Relying on external validation is often rooted in the fear of rejection or judgment. It is human nature to want to belong, to be accepted and valued by others. However, this fear can lead to compromising your values, silencing your voice, or living a life that feels inauthentic. When you let go of the need for others' approval, you reclaim your power to define yourself and your path. You begin to live not for applause, but for the deep satisfaction that comes from aligning with your true self. Letting go of external validation starts with recognizing its impact on your life. This requires honest introspection to identify areas where you may be seeking approval or compromising your authenticity. Ask yourself why certain opinions matter so much. Is it because they reflect genuine guidance, or is it because you fear disappointing someone? Understanding the root of your need for validation helps you distinguish between constructive feedback and pressure to conform. It allows you to see where you are living for others instead of for yourself. Once you become aware of this dynamic, the next step is to redefine how you measure your worth. Instead of looking outward, turn inward. Your worth is not determined by how others perceive you, but by how you perceive yourself. What matters is your integrity, your values, and your ability to live in alignment with them. Self-worth comes from knowing who you are, embracing your strengths and imperfections, and acknowledging your growth. When you cultivate this inner foundation, the opinions of others begin to lose their grip on you. Learning to let go of external validation also involves setting boundaries. Boundaries protect your energy and prevent you from being swayed by the expectations of others. They allow you to prioritize your needs and make decisions that serve your well-being. This might mean saying no to things that do not align with your values or distancing yourself from relationships that are overly critical or demanding. Boundaries are not about shutting people out, but about creating space for your authentic self to thrive. Another crucial aspect of this journey is learning to trust yourself. Often the need for validation stems from doubting your ability to make the right choices or fearing that you will fail without external reassurance. Trusting yourself means believing in your capacity to navigate life's challenges and make decisions that reflect your true desires and values. It is about recognizing that you have the wisdom and resilience to create a fulfilling life, even if others disagree with your choices. Letting go of external validation does not mean ignoring feedback or dismissing the perspectives of those you care about. Constructive criticism can be valuable when it comes from a place of genuine concern or expertise. However, the key is to weigh this feedback against your own judgment and values. Accept what resonates with you and aligns with your goals, and let go of what does not. This discernment allows you to remain open to growth while staying true to yourself. The process of releasing the need for validation also involves embracing vulnerability. Living authentically requires the courage to be seen as you are, without masks or pretenses. It means showing up fully even when you risk judgment or misunderstanding. Vulnerability is not a weakness, but a strength that allows you to connect with others on a deeper level and build relationships based on mutual respect and authenticity. When you let go of the fear of being judged, you free yourself to live boldly and unapologetically. Letting go of external validation is not always easy, especially in a world that often equates approval with success. Social media, for example, can amplify the pressure to seek validation, with likes, comments, and shares becoming measures of worth. Navigating this environment requires mindfulness and a commitment to staying grounded in your own values. Remind yourself that your worth is not determined by digital metrics or the fleeting opinions of others. Focus on creating a life that feels meaningful to you, regardless of how it appears to others. As you release the need for external validation, you may notice a profound shift in your relationships. When you no longer seek approval, you free others from the burden of validating you. This creates space for more genuine connections, where you are valued not for who others want you to be, but for who you truly are. It also encourages others to embrace their own authenticity, creating a ripple effect of empowerment and self-acceptance. The journey of letting go of external validation is a continuous process. There will be moments when old patterns resurface or when you feel the pull to seek approval. In these moments, remind yourself of the freedom and fulfillment that come from living authentically. Return to your inner compass and trust that you are enough, just as you are. With time and practice, you will find that the need for validation fades, replaced by a deep and unshakable sense of self-worth. This shift not only transforms your relationship with yourself, but also allows you to show up more fully in the world. When you let go of the need for approval, you free yourself to pursue your passions, take risks, and live a life that reflects your unique purpose. You become a source of inspiration, showing others that it is possible to live with courage and authenticity. Letting go of external validation is not just a step toward personal freedom, it is a powerful declaration that you are enough, exactly as you are.